I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Developing here for another episode of Attack on Titan. We're near the end of Season 3.
Yes.
We're up to episode 58, which doesn't seem to have a title on Crunchyroll for some reason. I'm sure whatever the real title of the episode is, it'll pop up when we play it, but...
Attack Titan, I guess that's what it's called.
Yeah, Attack on Titan, episode 58, Attack on Titan. Yep,
No,
that's gotta be it.
on Titan, it says Attack Titan.
Oh, wow, I totally didn't even notice that there was no on it.
That's probably what it's called, Attack Titan.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably right. What a silly name. Anyways, let's see how things get crazy from here, because of course they will.
Hold on. You said you were the owl?
Yes, my name's Eren Kruger. As you just observed, I have the power of one of the 9 Titans, which proves that I'm a subject of Ymir, just like you.
You got into public security by pretending to be a Marleyan? But what about the blood tests?
With the help of a doctor, they were quite easy to pass. Doctors make good spies. In all honesty, you're a fine example of that. But, considering your results, I see why Grice lamented as he did.
What's wrong? Why do you look so pale?
It wasn't only your comrades. I've severed thousands of fingers from fellow subjects of Ymir. I've created countless Titans, from men, women, and children. All the while telling myself it was for Eldia. I'm sorry, Grisha. Time is short. I'm entrusting you with this last task. There's no one else I can trust to see it through. I want you to make your way into the walls and take the Founding Titan by force. After you've inherited my Titan, that is.
You want me to... what? But I...
You'll have to eat me alive as a Titan. That's also how you'll steal the Founding Titan from the royal family.
But why don't you do it?
Anyone who inherits the power of one of the 9 will perish 13 years later.
Oh.
That's how long it's been for me.
He said that was the rule. Called it the curse of Ymir. The first Titan. Ymir died that long after getting her powers. Since none can surpass her, we have to do the same. So I have 13 years to live.
Wow.
And you? I've only got 8 left. Not even.
No. You're wrong. There's been a mistake. It can't be true.
Unfortunately, it sounds like it. Sounds like it's true.
Yep.
If someone with the powers of one of the 9 should die without passing it on to a successor, the power will be inherited by a baby born after that death.
There's not a subject of Ymir alive who isn't connected to the coordinate.
Speaking of Ymir, who do you think she really was?
To the Marleyan state, she's the devil's pawn. But to the Eldian Empire, she was a miracle of God. There are those who believe that she touched the source of all life, and who am I to say they're wrong?
Huh?
The sole truth of this world I've found is that there is no truth. Any one of us can become a god or a devil. All it takes is for people to believe it.
Very good point.
Look at the sergeant. He was eaten alive by a Titan. And afterward, you asked me if watching that was interesting. Well, that's not the word I'd have used. Each moment I spent listening to his screams was unbearable. I didn't know what I was doing. If I had realized that this was the price of freedom, I wouldn't have paid.
They look a lot alike.
Stand.
Yeah, they do.
Fight! If you want to restore freedom and dignity to Eldia, then stand.
I just can't.
I brought this from your home. Look at it.
No, I can't.
So you can't fight, or stand, or even look. What's wrong with you? Marley cut your balls off.
There's
Damn.
no point in trying to make me remember my old hatred. Everything is gone now. Except my sins.
Those are all you need. The main reason I chose you was because of that day. Because you went beyond the walls.
Yeah, you said that already.
If you hadn't taken your sister's hand and run past the gate that day, you would have ended up running your father's clinic. And your sister might be married by now. She might even have had children. But you'll never know what she would have become. Ever since you tread forbidden ground and took her with you. Ever since the day I first kicked a patriot off this wall, we've known that we'd have to keep fighting. To pay for our sins. Even in death. Even after. That's right. You chose to start this story. Each of the 9 Titans has a name to describe it, and that includes the one you're about to inherit from me. Throughout history, this Titan's marched in the vanguard. It has ever pushed forward, seeking freedom. And for freedom's sake, it fights. Therefore,
It's called the Attack Titan.
The early life of Grisha Yeager, the extent of our knowledge of Titans and their history, and information about the world beyond the walls. The only people who know these books exist are those who are in this room now. These texts were obtained through the efforts of the 9 scouts before us, and the 199 others who were lost. On this day, and in the Queen's presence, I'd like for all of us to assess our situation, and come to an agreement about our next course of action. Scout Regiment Commander, Hanji Zoe.
Sir, the Scouts have suffered a brutal, staggering blow. In exchange for the lives of many heroes, including Ervin Smith, we have retaken Walmaria and seized control of the Colossal Titan with all its fearsome strength. That said, we humans living inside the walls have just learned how precarious our situation is. I'd be relieved if Titans were the only monsters we had for enemies. Unfortunately, the true nature of the foe we face is human. It's a whole civilization. One could say that it's us against the world. According to these books, we're of a special race that can turn into Titans, called the Subjects of Ymir. We ruled the world once, and some fear we will again. So despite our past century of pacifism, most in this world would like to wipe us out.
if Marley takes hold of the founding Titan, the Eldian race will be finished.
But if they try, the King in the Walls will stop them.
The King in the Walls won't fight. Huh? If Eldia is driven to sin once again, it shall perish, as is meant to be. I've made a vow, renouncing war through the founding Titan. He said that to the royal family still on the continent, and then he closed his gates.
But what about the Titans he threatened to send out from the walls? It was the last warning he gave.
Those words were simply meant to deter an attack. They afforded him a brief time of peace. The King of the Walls stole his people's memories and told them that beyond the walls humanity was gone. Surrounded by fools of his making, he tells them they're in paradise. A king that can't protect his people is no king. You must find that coward and strip him of the founding Titan's power. That's the mission I'm entrusting to you.
Dr. Yeager did manage to achieve this mission, and he passed the founding Titan on to his son, Eren. The founding Titan's full might can only be brought to bear when the power is possessed by someone of royal blood. However, When a royal comes to possess the founding Titan, they're overpowered by their ancestors' will, and they continue down the path he set before them. Such is the power of his vow renouncing war. However, Eren has commanded pure Titans once in the past to escape from a dire situation. So despite his lack of royal blood, it's at least conditionally possible for Eren to wield that power too.
That's right. If only for an instant, it felt like everything connected. Why? Why only then?
I'm here as a descendant of the royal family. The last that stayed. My name's Dinah Fritz.
There's no way!
You just bring that together now, dude? Come on.
You scared me. What is it? What's wrong?
Oh, I just...
He just realized he murdered his dad's first wife.
Actually, it's nothing. Huh?
Yep. He's not important just to you.
Commander.
Oh, I get it now. That's right. It would appear that Yeager here is going through an awkward phase. He speaks out of turn and often makes a nuisance of himself.
Ah, I see. That's rather unfortunate. But he is at that age.
Eren? I haven't
He's
told
really
those
trying
two
to
about
pass
it
this
yet
off like he's
either.
going through puberty.
About how the
Really?
Titan who killed my mother in Hannes was actually someone my dad had been married to. The thing is, I can't talk about it here. If someone with royal blood is turned into a Titan, then it might be possible for me to use the founding Titan's powers while touching them. Who knows? It might not work at all. But if the military knew it was a possibility, what would they do to Historia?
Build a family.
Huh?
After you've entered the walls, you should start a family.
What are you talking about? I'm still married to Dinah. And you're about to transform me, right? So won't I just forget everything you're telling me now anyway?
That's not always the case. And it's possible someone else will see it.
Huh?
Be it your wife, your child, or even a stranger. Love someone in those walls. If you can't do that, it'll only repeat itself. This cruel history, these foolish mistakes, they'll repeat. You have to see this through. Complete your mission and save Mikasa and Armin.
Mikasa? Armin? Who are they?
Wait, what? How does he know about Mikasa and Armin?
Yeah. Like, Eren's not even close to being born yet. So what the fuck?
Yeah. So, yeah, and Mikasa and Armin are both his age, so how would he know about either of them? Okay, goddamn.
Family.
What are you talking about? I'm still married to... You're telling me now and...
Be it your wife, your child, or even a stranger. Can't do that, it'll only repeat itself. This cruel history, these foolish mistakes, they'll repeat. You have to see this through. Complete your mission and save Mikasa and Armin.
Mikasa? Armin? Who are they?
Answer! How do you know about them?
I don't know. They aren't from my memories.
What?
What?
Is
What?
He, wait, so is he getting the future memories from Eren when he got the form? What?
Sounds time travel.
That makes no fucking sense. Does Eren get sent back in time, get eaten by some guy that gets eaten by this dude, and he gets the memories that way? What the fuck is happening? They threw the most what the fuck curveball they could at us at that point. What?
That's what all the show does.
Yeah, this like make you ask even more questions. Wow. Well, that's episode 58 for you. Just, the season ends the next episode, so we'll see you next time for that. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, and all that. We'll be right at you. It's episode 59.
See you guys.